Live with Kirk and Chase. Hope you'll be watching TNN this Monday night at 8 o'clock Eastern when a Wrangler Country Christmas will be airing, featuring Charlie Daniels, Chris Ledoux, Diamond Rio, and this lovely lady.
She is doing so well in her career. She just wrapped up a big tour with Reba McEntire, does that fabulous duet, Does He Love You? This is Linda Davis. I tell you what, you are she's so curvy.
I noticed that.
I know you noticed that. You look so good.
You are too, and they're pretty legs.
Well,
Thank you.
Charlie's just fishing for compliments.
No, it's good. It's good to have you here. Linda's going to be telling us about the show airing on Monday night. First of all, I have to ask you about Reba's tour. When you're touring with a show like that, a huge show, what's the most fun aspect of it?
Well, there's so many different aspects of it. Of course, the live show, every night we get up there in front of 10 to 15 to 20,000 people. The audience, we just feed off of them, and I guess they feed off of Reba, and it's just something you can't describe in words. So that is very, very special.
Yeah, it's electric.
But then there's a bunch of great people that we get to travel with. The band, the crew, and of course the opening acts, John Michael, John Barry. We've had such fun. Larry Stewart, he worked with us too. So that's a lot of fun at the catering when we sit around and have dinner. You just would be surprised the conversations we get into.
Like what?
Well,
can you tell?
There's all kinds of kid stories. There's all kinds of, you know, little tricks everybody plays on folks. The last night of the tour, John Michael does Sweet Home Alabama when he finishes his set.
Right.
And half of our band got on stage, and I don't know what all get-ups they had on. I think Joe had a dress on. And looked pretty good in it, I heard.
Really?
But Joe McGlohan, the sax player.
Yeah.
But then everybody got on stage and just kind of tried to get John Michael off of his senses, I guess.
Yeah, I
and,
got you.
but it was fun. Everybody just pulled out all the stops.
It's just fun all around.
Gotta ask you this. I know at every concert you and Reba do Does He Love You, the big hit song. Do you ever get tired of doing that?
No. No, and I mean that honestly. It's such a fun song and a challenging song to sing.
Yeah.
And she's such a great partner to sing it with. Every night, it's like the first time. And the audience seems to like it, so that keeps us all both charged up. But what is hard is to give each other those looks and pretend we don't care about each other when really we just want to kick our shoes off and have a good time, which I think the audience knows, but they're also like, are they going to start pulling hair or what?
Oh, give us that hateful look you give her.
Well, she's the one that really does the
Oh,
hateful.
you have to give it back.
Well,
Come
but
on.
I'm the guilty.
Right here.
There you go.
That's hateful.
That's
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I like that.
But I deserve them, though, you know.
Well, that's...
You're the other woman.
Yeah, I know.
No. All right, hey, tell them about the show on Monday night here.
I taped this show with Charlie Daniels, Chris Ledoux, and so many of the rodeo guys. I mean, the real thing. Jim Shoulders. Have you ever heard of him? When the rodeo came to East Texas, Jim Shoulders was the one who brought it. He's a legend. When I think of rodeos, I think of him. He was a guest. Ty Murray, Ted. Well, oh, there's just so many. And of course, Diamond Rio came and sang, and I got to sing and be a part of it. And Miss Hazel, Charlie's wife, they opened up their home and their ranch to the whole bunch of us, and we just celebrated Christmas early.
Good.
And I'm already in the spirit just for having been there.
And you got a personal tour of the ranch from Charlie Daniels?
Yes, it's a beautiful place he's got on the outskirts of Nashville.
A big spread, isn't it?
It's huge, and he's got it so comfortable. They had it decorated. You just felt so at home. And of course, Charlie's like a big teddy bear and a big papa or something to everybody, and he's going to make you want to sit there and watch the whole show because he's
Now,
such a sweet man.
I think the clip you brought along gives a little indication of the tour you
Let's
took.
look at it.
Here's Linda and Charlie. Watch.
You know, Linda, me and Chris are just tickled to death to have you out here with us at Twin Pines Ranch on this Christmas show.
Well, I am so glad you asked me, and there's nowhere I'd rather be taking a Surrey ride. And something I was wondering, how did you get the name for your ranch, Twin Pines?
Twin Pines Ranch? If you look right up there on the hill, you see two pine trees up there?
Yeah.
Well, you know, pines are not native to this part of Tennessee, and when we moved out here, that was the only two pines in this part of the country, so we named it Twin Pines Ranch.
Perfect. There's so much that we have to be thankful
Oh,
for.
yeah.
Looking around, you see all the beauty, and we don't often take time to realize it and appreciate it.
Yeah.
And the greatest gift that we could give is to each other our love and our friendship.
That's absolutely right. You know, I guess we don't do that as often as
I
we
don't
should,
think
do
so.
we? I'll tell you what, darling. Let's remind everybody of it every chance we get.
Let's do.
Get up, Hoss.
Hey, oh, that's so pretty out there.
It is beautiful.
What a nice thought.
That was my first Surrey ride. I didn't even know when I read that I was going to take a Surrey ride. I thought, what am I going to get to do? I've never been on a Surrey. I assumed it was something to do with a horse. And there's that little buggy, and he let us get in there and ride.
Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, and I've got it. Before we go here, I'm going to give you my home phone number because next week Linda Davis is co-hosting this show while I'm going to be gone for a day or two. And so you need to know a few things about old Chase
Okay,
here.
let me have some tips, okay?
Few tips for you.
We're going to have fun, Charlie.
You better believe it. And we'll be right back with more Music City tonight after this.
So bad.
Speaking of shows next week, you don't want to miss Monday night's show. It's a musical tribute to the legendary Brenda Lee. Brenda will be here along with her good friends Tammy Wynette and Loretta Lynn. Plus a few surprises. That's all coming up Monday night on Music City Tonight with Crook and Chase.